I wake up, my shoulders cold. I've got to leave here before I go. I pull my shirt on, walk out the door, drag my feet along the floor. I pull my shirt on, walk out the door, drag my feet along the floor. Then I see you, you're walking across the campus, cool professor studying romances. How am I supposed to pretend I never want to see you again? How am I supposed to pretend I never want to see you again? Walk to class in front of ya, spilled coffee on your keffia. You look inside and turn to the door, drag your feet along the floor. Then I see you, you're walking the movies. Got science, we got maths. You're staying after class, after class, after class. Got science, we got...
It's 6 p.m. and you're listening to iScience Radio. Welcome back. So last week we didn't have a radio show, but we're back for the final time for this term. And this one is quite a special episode. And, you know, I always say that. It's a very special episode. But this one is truly special because Camilla and I actually started writing the script, or somewhat of a script for this show, just an hour before, we're starting now. It's a very spontaneous show, indeed, just because we didn't have much time to actually prepare. We realized SciComm is quite the busy thing to do, like a master's. And Camilla's in the booth with me right now. Hey.
Hi, just sat down. Yes, I know we really contemplated not doing the show this week just because we've been so busy, but we didn't do it last week. We were always busy, so it just seems like we're always going to be busy. So we thought, you know what, let's give it a go anyway. We've done it enough times, I think. I think we can pull it off. Exactly.
We're just going to wing it from here. We've got somewhat of a kind of an outline of a few talking points, what we're going to touch on. And shall we introduce that now?
Yeah, definitely.
Let's do it.
Go for it.
All right, so we're going to do a little reflection on this year, on this term specifically. Yeah, the journey, how far we've come with SciComm so far.
I know, 2 full terms.
Yeah,
done.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
And then we're going to touch on Griff, the new rising star singer-songwriter from the UK. We actually went to a concert of hers
Last week,
exactly. And then we're going to talk about the Oscars, because that's something that has to be talked about just from last night. And then we have a very, very special guest as well.
Emphasis on very.
Very special. So who's the special guest? Come on.
Well, the special guest is your brother.
Yes, it's my brother, all the way from Germany. He's come here for 10 days, and
And your birthday, which is tomorrow.
And my birthday is tomorrow, yeah.
So shout out, happy early birthday to Alex, 23, huh?
Yeah, but you shouldn't do that, I think, because that brings bad luck.
Oh, no, okay, I take it back.
Anyway, so we're going to interview my brother, or have somewhat of a chat, not a formal interview. Yeah, and then we're going to look finally at some interesting sibling facts, just to have some signs in this show as well.
Yeah, and I also have a brother. His name is Daniel, but he's all the way in New York City, and he's working full-time. So
is he listening?
Maybe, I don't know, maybe. Sometimes he listens, sometimes he doesn't, because his schedule is slightly busier. But I'm trying to convince him to come visit me in the summer, so maybe we can get him on for one of the summer term
sounds great
episodes. But let's get started with a bit of reflection.
Exactly. Reflection.
I thought it'd be good if we could go through some highs of this term and some lows, maybe, if there are any. I mean, it's been so good. I guess I can start.
Okay, yeah.
I would say the low is that it's gone by so fast.
Yeah, it's definitely a low.
I cannot believe it's been 11, 12 weeks.
Yeah, I think with this term especially, it's been way faster. Like, the perception of it is way faster because we had different modules. So we had a module change for the first 5 weeks, and then the second part of term 2. Yeah,
I know that the more changes you have in your life, like the more things you have going on, the faster time seems. I remember reading about it. I mean, it seems kind of obvious, but it really stuck out during the pandemic when we were all stuck in the same place. Or was it the other way around? No, I don't know.
No, I think you're right. Because it's also during one day. Over the course of one day, the more things you do,
the faster
you think it goes past. That's what it is.
Yes.
Like. And so during the pandemic,
we didn't really do much.
Yeah,
we were all stuck at home, so the days just felt really long.
Really monotonous, really you didn't progress in any way that much, I think.
But we've definitely progressed this term. We did actually all of the same modules.
Yeah.
So which one's been your favorite?
Of the modules? So we have to state which one we did. So we did museums. We did ethics. Was that
ethics?
Also this term,
yeah.
We did ethics. We did development. These were the ones that we were assessed on.
Yeah.
And then we also audited narrative, and we also audited science policy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So 5 in total.
Yeah.
And my favorite one has probably been... Good question. I really like the ethics one. First of all, because of Stephen. And because of the...
teacher's pet, guys.
Teacher's pet. Yeah, of course you have to say that. Anyway, so Stephen, and also the fact that it's just... Yeah, I found out, especially writing the essay for it, that talking about ethics, they are so relevant even in today's time. You would think those things are so old, like thousands of years old, and they still very much hold true in today's world, in modern society, and for your personal life.
We focus a lot on Greek ethics, so a long, long time ago. That was really fascinating. I agree. I really like development, to be honest. It was so great. So that was a module where we looked at power dynamics between the global north and the global south. It was really eye-opening. I think so far it's probably been the most what's the word? The most different module related to science communication we've had. Like,
arguably the least scientific module.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, I could totally see someone who's doing an anthropology degree doing this module rather than someone who's doing like a science communication module. But it was fascinating. I loved writing that essay. Yeah, that was a great essay. Well, we haven't gotten it back yet, but I think it was good.
Yeah.
And then obviously museums, which we both love. We went to some great ones.
I forgot about that. That was actually the highlight, I think. Just going to different places every single week. Because we got to go to a different museum, different exhibition every single week.
Yeah, it was amazing. I mean, that's the benefit of living in London. You just have these incredible world-class museums literally at our doorsteps. Like, we went to the Science Museum, we went to the Natural History Museum, the V&A, British Museum, the Migration Museum.
In Lewisham,
So some great ones to check out. And, I mean, I've been to, apart from the Migration Museum, I've been to all the other ones multiple times. But every time I go, there's always something new I see. There's always, it's always a different experience just because there's so much.
Yeah, it's actually what my brother said as well when he went to the Natural History Museum just the other day, saying that, he just he couldn't picture how much there is to see, like in one building. Yeah. It's so intricate, and there's so many small things that you just pass by and you don't even realize that they're there.
I'm looking forward to term 3. So in term 3, we are also taking a exhibitions module, and that one will include also more museum visits. So it'll be interesting to see if we go back to the same ones or if we get different ones. I haven't seen a list.
Yeah. So I think the project is focused on the Science Museum.
Oh, yeah, it's focused on the Science Museum.
But we still probably, take some inspiration from other museums.
But we'll talk more about that when time comes. Okay, so those are a lot of highs and lows in regards to our academic life. What about in your life outside of university? What's been like a high? What's been like
university? No. There's definitely been some social events. Although it's all kind of turned into a mash of things. Yeah. I can't quite keep them separate anymore. I think.
I watched The Apprentice.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Will, who watched it too, and my housemates. So I watched The Apprentice for the first time. This is a British show. It's like the British equivalent of the American Dragon's Den show, where, how do I explain it? They have people compete in challenges where they have to like create a brand and market it. And anyway, every week voted out or kicked off. And then in the end, someone will win a £250,000 investment. So it's, to build their own business. I don't know if that was a good explanation. Anyway, it's really funny. Very good. You didn't watch. Well, you watched one episode.
I watched one. I watched one episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Will just gave an cue. It's something they have to say. Camilla actually predicted the winner from the start.
I did predict the winner from the start. So I'm really proud of that. There were 13 contestants, and every week they were voted out. And from the start, I was like, I think this person's gonna go all the way through, and they did.
Yeah, great.
So I haven't told I'm really good at predicting movies, but this is like quasi-reality. Yeah. So yeah, I'd say that was a high. A low, I don't know. Life's been pretty great recently. Maybe just
probably too busy to think of lows.
Yeah, maybe just I've been spending way too much time at Imperial.
Oh yeah,
especially with group projects.
The last few days, they're just like so busy with the group project.
Yeah. What about you?
I think it's been the busiest time of our degree so far. Like the last week. Definitely.
It's been the busiest I've been in university so far.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because my undergrad was so really chilled, to be honest.
Okay.
Although it always seems really hectic in the moment, and then I'm sure in like 2 or 3 weeks, I'll know I was busy, but you don't really feel how stressed and busy you are.
Okay, yeah.
Upon reflection, if that makes sense. Like it always feels worse in the moment, And then I guess as time goes by, you kind of forget it.
Yeah, and you think back, you think like, oh, that was a great challenge, and I've just I've overcome that challenge, and it was kind of easy looking back now. But
and I still to this day I stand by that nothing in my life was harder than the IB, my final 2 years of high school. So
yeah, I think my undergrad was definitely harder than this so far in terms of just time pressure.
Really?
Yeah, well, there's always like certain time periods where you get super busy, and then you have this like set of deadlines, like 2-3 deadlines, and then after one another, you just have to write so much, to think so much, especially scientific writing. You have to reference everything, and that's so time consuming and really nerve wracking as well.
Aaron is just asking us what was the funniest moment of term. Oh well, something comes to my mind straight away. I don't know if the same thing comes to your mind.
Funniest?
Yeah. Oh, actually, 2 things. One is when you fell. You had an epic fall once.
I took an epic fall. Yeah, I can tell the story, but I can also tell the story about Aaron's epic fall.
Oh yeah, we've had 2 epic falls.
2 epic falls. Okay, so first of all, my epic fall was, I don't know, just that we were out there we just took a break basically from studying, went out, got a little, I don't know, we had the funny idea of just doing
long jumps.
But first of all, photographs taken while jumping. Insignificant details. Anyway, so we took long jumps across the little street.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like I just took
You were trying to impress us.
Yeah, I just took it too seriously.
You took it too seriously.
And it just went full pace, and then just...
You rolled into bikes.
Yeah, so I landed. Insane. I had probably the longest jump, arguably, and then I just had so much momentum, and I couldn't stop myself. Yeah, tripped, rolled over, and rammed straight into a bike. The
best thing about this, because he wasn't seriously hurt, was that Vish actually recorded. So there's
on a video.
Video evidence of this epic fall.
Yeah.
Then the second epic fall, which was a worse fall.
Was
Aaron on his bike.
More injuries. Although, Aaron looked quite badass after it. Like, his hand looked so, bloody and very, very nice. Like, from one of the movie scenes, that you can picture that. Although, it healed pretty well, I think. Aaron's just, showing me his hand right now. I can't tell there's not much left. Just a few bruises left. But yeah, Aaron, I don't know if I should tell the story. Aaron, can I? I can tell the story of you trying to write on... Okay, yeah. I'm going to tell the story of Aaron trying to learn how to ride a bicycle.
We've made it our mission by the end of our degree to teach Aaron how to ride a bike. As a fellow Dutchie and other fellow Northern European, we are very good cyclists, I'd say.
Yeah,
and we want to share the joys of biking. It's amazing. It's like the best mode of transport.
100%, yeah. But at the same time, if you're on your bike and then you got a flat tire, then you're just screwed. But anyway, Aaron tried to learn the basics of how to, keep the balance on the bike, pedal, and everything that goes along with bike riding. Yeah,
it's a challenge, but it's a work in progress.
And Aaron made some huge progress, I think.
He made some huge progress, yeah. Although I think he was a bit traumatized by his fall, so I haven't seen him biking since.
Ever since, yeah.
But we hope to rectify that soon.
Yeah, he'll be back soon.
Yeah.
We'll make sure.
With that in mind, I think we should play our first song.
Okay, yeah. It's about time, because we've covered almost 15 minutes already. So, for our first song, we're going to play 1 Million Times Better by... I don't know who. Featuring Han, definitely. We're gonna talk about Griff. So, we're going to play Griff. 1 Million Times Better featuring Han. That's our first song. And Will's in the production line to gonna play this song now. Here we go. Very spontaneous.
You make me feel 1 million times better when I'm with you. You make me feel 1 million times better when I'm with you. I shut the door behind me, babe. Turn the lights out, it's been a long all day. And fingers crossed when I wake, or something will change. I got clouds hanging over my head. I get irrational, crazy, upset. But you pick me back up and you tell me it's okay. You look in my eyes and quietly you say, how you doing now? never show it that much when I got clouds hanging over my head. Yeah, I get irrational, crazy, upset. But you pick me back up and you tell me it's okay. You look in my eyes and quietly you say, how you doing now? I say, I think I'm better now. When it hurts just a little bit, it hurts just a little. And just when I wanna quit, oh, that's when you call. How you doing now? I say, I think I'm better now. You make me feel a million times better. You make me feel, yeah, you make me feel a million times better. You make me feel, yeah, you make me feel a million times better when I'm with you. You make me feel a million times better when I'm with you.
All right, that was 1,000,000 times better by Griff featuring Han, and I completely embarrassed myself earlier forgetting that was actually Griff's song. And I
Yeah.
went to the concert and listened to that. Anyway, so first a little bit about Han. So Han is an electro duo from London consisting of James Hatcher, who's the producer, and Andy Clutterback on the singing and production side as well. So we featured one of their songs before, actually, way back when Leah was on the
Yeah.
show in term 1. And now a little bit about Griff, the lady we went seeing.
Yeah, the
singing.
leading lady of the song.
The
So that
leading
was
lady.
her song featuring Han.
Yeah. So Griff is an English singer and songwriter, and she grew up in the UK, but her dad is actually Jamaican and her mum is Chinese, so she's quite the international. And she released her first debut single in 2019, which was Mirror Talk. And then 2 years later, in 2021, last year, she was named the Rising Star at the Brit Awards.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, becoming that. She was one of the youngest winners, actually,
Yeah, she's really
to get
young.
that.
I think she just turned 21.
Just turned 21, so born in 2001, same as my brother's
God. Yeah.
2 years younger than us.
Yeah, so Alex and I actually went to a sold-out show at the O2 Brixton Academy.
Yeah.
We went along with Faye, Ingrid, John, and Will, and one of my housemates. It was great. We bought it like about a month ago. And
Yeah, very last minute.
I don't think any of us were like crazy fans for Griff, just because she's rising, she's
Yeah.
not super well known yet.
Yeah, just
But
to
we
be
like
honest,
some of her songs.
Yeah, I've heard of her before. I
Yeah.
didn't know any of the songs. I still don't know any of the names of it, as we've seen earlier.
Yeah.
It's more like I just got to appreciate her singing. It was like her voice is just absolutely incredible.
She sounds incredible live, to be honest.
Yeah.
My housemate actually thought she sounds better live than in her recordings. Because he
Yeah.
did like Instagram videos, and it just didn't translate that well when he filmed her singing live on the videos. But she sounds really good live. She has great stage presence. It's just a really good show.
Yeah.
Very good lighting. Amazing venue. Let's tell them
Amazing
about the
venue.
venue.
Yeah, so the O2 is
In Brixton. O2 in Brixton.
Yeah, I should mention that. So the O2 in Brixton is a really, really nice venue, just in terms of, I don't know what they actually do there on the
I
regular.
think shows.
Just shows.
Yeah.
Because it looks like a theatre, to be honest. And
Yeah, it has like a sloping floor.
yeah, like a sloping floor. Although they might put seats in there for other
Yeah.
events, probably. That's what they do.
And they have a stage and
Nice
columns
stage.
around the side.
Yeah, really nice columns.
I think you can fit maybe less than 10,000 people in there, I think.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah,
There's
it's not
There's
that
also
big.
like a terrace. Like there's a second. There's different parts to it. Anyway,
There's a second floor.
there's a second
yeah.
floor, yeah, just the upper floor. I didn't see how many people.
I think that one's for actual seating.
Oh, there's seats there.
Yeah.
That's why. So yeah, anyway, when I walked in, I have to admit, so I came into the O2 Brixton, and I thought it was an open air
Yeah, me too.
venue, because you look up, and I thought it was like, do you see the stars up there? Is that the sky?
There was like some twinkling lights. It's a very, very high ceiling. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's really high.
It was very misleading, but during the concert, when some of the lights flashed up, I could tell that there was a ceiling there.
A black ceiling.
Black
That's why it kind
ceiling.
of looked like this night sky. You know what? We can be describing these things, but I'm sure all of you are listening to this on an electronic device. So just Google O2 Academy Brixton. But it was a really good show.
Exactly.
And yeah, Griff had on, she sang the song that we just played featuring Han. So they actually came on live, which was really great. And the funny thing is that I know Han better than Griff.
Yeah.
I like more of their songs than hers. So it was great that I got to see them live.
Together, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Will's just telling us that at one point in the performance, Griff did a little dance sequence, and she had a dancer come on who was dressed exactly like her. Griff, she has this iconic hairstyle. It's like a cool braid. So she had this woman come out, and she was dressed exactly like her, but she was dressed like a mirror ball, so she had pieces of like square mirrors all over her.
Yeah.
And they were dancing parallel to each other. So it was literally like this was Griff's reflection dancing alongside her. Yeah. That makes sense.
It was great, although I found it a bit random, to be honest, because it was just for that few, like 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, it's just for one song. I thought it was nice. Like a nice change. Unexpected.
Very unexpected. Yeah.
Yeah. And the band sounded great. I mean, whenever I go to a concert, the thing I love the most is a live band. The drummers, the bass, piano. It just sounds so good.
And they have to perform constantly. Also for the supporting acts. So we're going to talk about supporting acts now.
Yeah, so obviously the main show was Griff.
Yeah.
But there were actually 2 supporting acts before Griff came on.
Which were
Becca and Lola Young.
Yeah.
Lola Young, I think, is quite famous, to be fair. Becca was amazing. And we liked her so much that our next song is going to be I'll Be There.
By Becca.
By Becca. Here we go. Okay, so that was "I'll Be There" by Becca. Since I first heard the song live at the show, I think I've played it about 20 times. Wow. I just love it so much. I think it's so great. So yes, that was "I'll Be There" by Becca. It was released in 2020, and it was actually Becca's debut single. Becca is a British artist from Nottingham, and she also features on 2 songs with Han.
Yeah.
2 great songs. Check them out. They're called "Location Unknown" and "Crying Over You." Okay, but now switching topics. Let's talk about
Let's cry over something else.
Oh gosh, nice transition.
Oh, made that up on the spot. No, let's cry over something that happened last night. Something that we couldn't have this radio show and not talk about the 94th Academy Awards ceremony, so the Oscars last night. And some of the greatest winners.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so before we talk about, the elephant in the room, let's go through some of the biggest winners.
All right. Starting off, of course, with Best Picture, which the winner was Coda.
Coda. I have not seen Coda yet.
I haven't seen Coda either, admittedly.
Yeah. And you know what it stands for?
No?
It stands for Children of Deaf Adults. That's what Coda stands for. So it's, I think the premise is about a family, the parents are deaf, and the daughter, I think they have more than one kid, but the daughter is hearing, and it just follows something in their hometown. I'm not really sure. But won Best Picture, so I definitely should watch it.
Yeah.
Great representation for the deaf community. It's really important.
Exactly, raising important issues, and I should check it out myself.
Yeah. But what were the other nominees?
So the other nominees were Nightmare Alley.
I saw. Mm-hmm.
Don't Look Up.
Saw.
Yeah. Dune.
Saw.
Drive My Car.
Have not seen yet.
Belfast.
I saw.
There's so many more, actually. West Side Story, King Richard.
I saw.
The Power of the Dog.
I saw.
And Licorice Pizza.
I have not seen. So I've done pretty well this year. My husband and I were trying to get through all of them. We are very close. So
right.
I need to. You watched Dune. Which one do you think should have won?
I mean, I've watched Dune. I absolutely loved it, but I haven't watched many of the others. So I would say Dune, but I shouldn't.
So from the ones you watched, you'd say Dune.
Dune, yeah.
I'd say from the ones I watched, Dune or Belfast. Belfast was so great, really good. Okay, what's the next category?
All right, we have to move on to Best Actor and some rather awkward incident that happened last night. So Will Smith actually won, and just before, minutes before he got his. Well, he received.
I don't know
trophy.
how many minutes before.
Some time before he received his prize, he actually caused some confusion, so to speak.
Yeah, he went up and assaulted Chris Rock.
Yeah, Chris Rock made some comments about his wife.
Yeah, some inappropriate comments about her hair loss, which is due to she suffers from alopecia.
Yeah.
So she has a shaved head, and I think his joke. Quotation mark jokes was, I'm excited for G.I. Jane 2 or something like that. And then Will Smith rocked up.
Yeah, he was laughing at it first, and then he walked up
Apparently,
to him.
he was laughing at it first, and then...
Just walked up
and slapped him.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that on TV. Like a live show.
I think, that was...
I don't even know how to feel about it. I love Will Smith, but I don't condone violence of any kind.
Yeah, no. So. Anyway, and afterwards, when he got the award for Best Actor, he tried to apologize. Although I can't really tell whether that was seriously what he actually meant by that, and whether he.
I think he only apologized to the Academy and his nominees. So the person you'd say he arguably needs to apologize to is Chris Rock. I mean, you can argue Chris Rock did a really bad joke, yes.
Yeah.
But did he deserve to get slapped? Personally, no. I don't condone violence like that.
Also, in front of everyone. And
I know. I don't know what he was thinking, honestly.
Yeah. No, but apparently Will Smith doesn't face any charges now. But Chris Rock's not.
I googled this about an hour ago, and apparently Hollywood is divided between defending Will Smith and
making a great story out of it as always.
Yeah. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to know how this rolls out. Okay, what's the next category?
All right, Best Actress.
Mm-hmm.
Jessica Chastain.
Yeah, good for her. I haven't seen the movie she was nominated for.
I haven't seen either, to be honest.
But good for her. I have seen her in other things. She's great. She's great in The Help. I think that was the first movie I saw her in.
Yeah.
Amazing movie.
And then some other winners we probably have to cover. Billy won
Billy one, yeah.
For a song, No Time to Die.
You guys all know we're big Billy fans.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
This show is a big Billy fan.
Yeah.
And of course the James Bond was great too.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then we have to talk about June again, because June won 6 Oscars in total.
Oh my god, the most of the evening, I think.
Yeah, most of the evening.
Yeah.
But mostly all for like technical stuff. So like all the production lines.
Which
the
isn't
cinematography,
surprising.
The sound, Hans Zimmer again.
Yeah. Shout out to the fellow German.
Yeah. Shout out to Hans Zimmer. And then, yeah, because when we talked about June after we watched it on one of the radio shows, we talked about all the things that were great. Were the cinematography, the sound, and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean the acting was good.
And they actually won for all of it. They won in all those categories.
Yeah, the acting was good, but it wasn't like the standout thing about the movie.
Yeah.
So good for them. Excited for part 2 and 3, I think.
Yeah. So, who else should we mention? We've got.
What about supporting?
Oh yeah, supporting actress is Ariana DeBose.
Oh yeah, from West Side Story. She was amazing. She was really. I think it was like her. Don't quote me on this, but I think it was her first like big film. So amazing.
Yeah,
she sang and she danced
I don't know that well,
amazingly.
to be honest.
Well, no, because it's like I think it was her debut.
Oh yeah, and supporting actor was Troy Kotsur.
For what?
Coda. Also.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Of course. I need to watch his speech, especially because it's in sign language, which is really cool.
Yeah. And then we've got. What else should we mention? Belfast won actually. Best Original Screenplay. Yeah,
which is not surprising. It's such a good movie. I urge you all to go watch it. It's a great story. It's about the Irish civil, the war between the Catholics and let me say the Protestants. Does that sound right, Will? You did history in this country. Well, Ireland is a different country, but you know what I mean. Like, we didn't study it in the Netherlands, to be honest.
Yeah,
so
I didn't study that, to be honest.
But it's a great movie.
Yeah.
Really, really good movie.
Nice. So, I'm just going through the list right now. So, we got June.
Oh, Best Director. A woman won. Good for her.
Oh, yeah. Best Director, Jane Campion.
Yeah,
actually.
for The Power of the Dog. I think she was the 3rd female winner ever to win for this category, which is really good.
Yeah.
And I think she's been nominated before, which is also record-breaking.
Yeah.
So good for her.
Yeah, and she was going up against some big names. Steven Spielberg wasn't there as well.
Yeah. Well, can you fact-check about the Irish?
Yeah, so we're going to do some live fact-checking just to be able to talk about.
Yeah, okay, but while we do that, let's play the next song.
Yep, that's a good idea. Do you want to cue it in?
No, you cue it in.
All right, we're going to play Lightning by Charlie. And yeah,
Charlie XCX.
XCX.
Yeah.
Charlie XCX. She just released a new album.
Called Crash. I'm a big Charlie fan, guys. So here we go. Here's Lightning.
By Charlie XCX.
To say one look and then you blew me away. I'm spiraling all over the place. So lifted, got me reaching for grace. Body off the ground, caught me by surprise. Like seeing shooting stars in the sky. There's danger in the dark of your eyes, but something about you breathes me to life. Got me here and now. Heartbreak already hit me once. They say that it won't happen twice. You struck me down like lightning, lightning. You struck me down like lightning, lightning. My stupid heart can't fight it, fight it. So tell me what you want and I'ma give it to ya. Like lightning, lightning, lightning. You took me down, don't mind it, mind it. My stupid heart can't fight down like lightning, lightning. You struck me down like lightning, lightning. My stupid heart can't fight it, fight it. So tell me what you want and I'ma give it to ya. Like lightning, lightning, lightning. You took me down, I don't mind it, mind it. My stupid heart can't fight it, fight it. So tell me what you want and I'ma give it to ya. Like lightning. Tell me what you want, tell me what you want. Lightning, lightning. Give it to ya, give it to ya. Blinded, blinded. You tell me what you want, tell me what you want. La 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 lightning, la 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 lightning. La 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 lightning. Yeah, la 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 lightning. You struck me down like lightning, lightning. You struck me down like lightning, lightning. My stupid heart can't fight it, fight it. So tell me what you want and I'ma give it to ya. Like lightning, lightning, lightning. You took me down, I don't mind it, mind it. My stupid heart can't fight it, fight it. So tell me what you want and I'ma give it to ya. Like lightning.
So that was Lightning by Charlie XCX, once again from a new album released last week titled Crash. And this is actually Charlie's 5th album. Yeah, she's quite known for her kind of electropop alternative style. My favorite song from her is actually 1999. So I really enjoy.
She has so many bangers. I love Party For You,
Yeah.
just from her Quarantine album. It's a great bop. Great in the car when you're driving. If you have like a really good sound system, it has an amazing bass. Okay, so moving on. I have literally in front of me Hauser Squared. I have Nicholas Hauser and Alex Hauser, the siblings. Hello, Nicholas.
Hello.
So nice to have you here. So nice to meet you. Alex talks about you all the time.
All the time, do I?
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you? Well, what are you doing now?
Yeah, so hi, I'm Nicholas. I'm 20 years old. I currently study medicine in Berlin. Yeah, and this week, and last week, I'm visiting my brother, Alex, in London. And yeah, I thought I'd occasionally drop by on the radio show.
Yeah. Do
Exactly.
you listen when you're back home?
Yeah, every time I listen.
Oh, good.
Yeah, trusty listener. Like one of
I
our
know.
one of our hardcore fans.
You listen more than my brother, Daniel. Okay, so you guys have a great bond, right? Would you say so? You guys are constantly talking on the phone.
100%, yeah.
Have you guys always been this close?
Yes, I would definitely say so.
I mean, I would say it's intensified over the years, but it's always been quite like this, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially we're just like 2 years apart, and then you go through the same stages together, like life stages together. You share a lot, and basically I'm the one who always goes first, and then he follows and does the same things, and then
does it better?
and tries to do better, I
Yeah.
guess.
Tries to do better. Okay.
Not always gets there, but most of the time he does. Yeah.
So when you say it's intensified, has it intensified since Alex moved from Germany, or was it already there before?
It was already there before. It was more like in the recent years or in the latest years of especially school. I tried to replicate Alex's success at school. Yeah. And yeah, that kind of strengthened our bond more. And now that each of one of us becoming more independent, we often call.
Yeah, we just talk on the phone.
Yeah.
Or sometimes daily.
Yeah.
Yeah. If not, then every other day at least.
Oh my goodness.
Or like 3, 4. Yeah, 3 times a week, 4 times a week, 5 times, depends.
Yeah. Oh, that's so nice. I love a good sibling bond. I think I'm pretty close to my brother, but he is 5 years older. He lives in another continent, and we've always been in different life stages. When I started uni, he was basically done. When he started working, I was still at uni, etc., etc. But shout out to you, Daniel. Okay, so tell me, what's the best part about having a brother?
Oh, that's a good question. Do you want to take that, or shall I start?
I can go first. Actually, I'd say like having a sibling or having a brother, it's toughens you up because you always have a sense of competition,
Yes.
and you always want to be better. And I mean, being alone, you just you're the winner all the time. But when you have something you can compete against, especially who's often older and stronger and taller, it toughens you up.
But you are taller.
The stronger and taller has changed, maybe.
It's changed,
Yeah. But no, my brother's outgrown me. Anyway, so I think what was the question? The best thing about oh, I'm not the best interview, actually. I'm better on the interview side. No, I think the best thing, well, I couldn't picture what it would be like without one to begin with. And then the best thing about it is just having someone to talk to that's not your parents.
Yeah.
And that's not like, there's close enough, because you've been sharing everything from the start of your life, especially if you're the younger one.
That's true. It's a forever friend.
You just know each other so well that you have someone to rely on, someone to talk to, and someone who understands you probably better than most people. Yeah.
Do you guys ever wish you had like one more sibling or two more siblings? Is this something that ever comes up?
I've never thought about it, to be honest.
Oh, okay. So that probably means it's never come up.
I mean,
no.
I would say like, I mean, you never know, but I think it's just perfect the way it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, guys, it's perfect the way it is.
I would honestly say I think we wouldn't be that close if we had another sibling.
Yeah.
I think like just two of us, we wouldn't be that as close.
I often say I wish I had a younger sibling.
Yeah.
This is not because I don't love my brother, but it's just because we have such a big age gap that when he left for university, I was still 13, so I still had quite a few. I had all of high school left to do. And I honestly felt like an only child towards my later teens because I would go on holiday alone with my parents. It was just me and my parents when I got home from school. So I thought it would have been fun to have like a younger sibling still living at home with me.
Yeah.
Home.
Was someone in the middle, like between the 5 years?
Yeah, I would have loved to be in the middle.
You would have loved to be in the middle.
I think I would have loved to be in the middle. I say that. My parents think, nah, I like being the youngest one because I get attention, which is true. I do. But it would have been fun to have a younger sibling. But with the brother I do have, can't complain. He's pretty great. So I know Alex is really into football. Are you equally into football, Nicholas?
Yeah, I'm equally into football. We grew up watching football, the national team and local clubs and sports in general, but football for the most part.
Do you play too?
Yeah, I used to play a lot growing up, in clubs and all the time with friends.
The same position?
I think so. My brother used to be one of the best strikers, actually.
Ooh.
I was never a striker. I played when I played in offense, I played winger, like on one of the sides. Also, I'm left-footed. My brother's right-footed.
But you're right-handed.
Yeah, I'm right-handed.
Interesting.
But left is definitely my stronger foot. And other than that, football has been part of our life from the start, I would say.
Yeah.
Still is.
Okay, are there any memorable / traumatic / dramatic moments from your childhood you wish to share? They're looking at each other.
Yeah, we're looking at each other, like checking out if there's a story. Can you think of a story? Something traumatic?
Or it can be like a good thing too, like a really memorable family trip or something.
Yeah, so we definitely did. We did some nice trips together. I remember especially like the trips outside of Europe. I did one to Vietnam where we didn't go together, but we did one to South Africa in 2010. We did one to Peru in 2015. Both were great. I actually, thinking back, like the South African was even better.
Wow, and you were still so young, but you remember it so vividly.
I was 11.
Do you remember, Nicholas, that trip?
Yeah, I remember where we were at.
It was such a nice trip. It was a very short trip, just 2.5 weeks, but it was great because. So our dad had a project there. So he's I don't have to for context. He works for the Natural History Museum in Berlin, and he was running a project there with some colleagues, and we just tagged along as family, just like, and we had a great holiday actually. We tested out the South African waves. We bought these boards. Yeah.
In the shark-infested waters.
Well, there were some shark warnings there, but they had some nets in place, which hopefully worked. Well, they worked at least for us.
You're still here.
We're still here, exactly.
Yeah.
No, the waves were great. I remember the white beaches, and it was also in our summer, so in their winter, South African winter, and so there wasn't a lot of people there, which was great.
That is nice.
Yeah, that was definitely nice.
Yeah, so for my part, I'd say I definitely agree. It's probably like more the experiences and the adventures that make you grow closer together. Than just a normal day. And for example, I also remember when we were in Peru, we were starting to make videos and explain everything like we do and everything we experience, and
we
like
did
little vlogs,
like a little vlog, like a video diary.
Where are these videos?
Oh, they're very embarrassing, especially for myself.
So I ask again, where are these videos?
Somewhere in the, I don't know, on my old computer, I guess.
Oh my god, and you're going home so you can search them up?
I can search them up, and find them.
I will be expecting some funny videos.
Okay, great. Yeah.
Oh, well, this is great. Okay, now I think it's time for our next song. Yeah. Alex, do you want to introduce it?
Okay, since my brother's here and we're talking a lot about siblings, brothers, we chose a song by the Jonas Brothers, actually. And this one is a special one. It's one of my favorite ones, one of the recent ones, so to speak. It's Sucker by the Jonas Brothers. Here we go.
Better than birds of a feather, you and me. We change the weather. Yeah, I'm feeling heat in December when you found me. I've been dancing on top of cars and stumbling out of bars. I follow you through the dark, can't get enough. You're the medicine and the pain, the tattoo inside my brain. And baby, you know it's obvious, I'm a sucker for you. Say the word and I'll go anywhere blindly. I'm a sucker for you. Yeah, any road you take, you know that you'll find me. I'm a sucker for all the subliminal things no one knows about you. About you. And you're making the typical me break my typical rules. It's true, I'm a sucker for you. Yeah. Don't complicate it. Yeah. 'Cause I know you and you know everything about me. I can't remember all of the nights I don't remember when you're around me. I've been dancing on top of cars and stumbling out of bars. I follow you through the dark, can't get enough. You're the medicine and the pain, the tattoo inside my brain. And baby, you know it's obvious, I'm a sucker for you. Say the word and I'll go anywhere blindly. I'm a sucker for you. Yeah, any road you take, you know that you'll find me. I'm a sucker for all the subliminal things no one knows about you. About you. And you're making the typical me break my typical rules. It's true, I'm a sucker for you. Yeah. On top of cars and stumbling out of bars. I follow you through the dark, can't get enough. You're the medicine and the pain, the tattoo inside my brain. And baby, you know it's obvious, I'm a sucker for you. Yeah. Say the word and I'll go anywhere blindly. I'm a sucker for you. Yeah. Any road you take, you know that you'll find me. I'm a sucker for all the subliminal things no one knows about you. About you. And you're making the typical me break my typical rules. It's true, I'm a sucker for you. I'm a sucker for you.
Alright, that was Sucker by the Jonas Brothers. And this song was actually released in March 2019. I can remember when it came out. I listened to it quite a lot. And it actually reached #1 in Australia, in Canada, Latvia, Mexico, New Zealand, Singapore, Slovakia, and the United States. So
okay, now tell us the capitals of all those countries.
So Canberra, Ottawa, Riga, Mexico City, Wellington, Singapore, Bratislava and Washington DC.
Wow. Okay, so it's a side note. I learned that Nicholas also knows all the capitals to all the countries in the world.
Yeah, you should have asked him. Yeah.
Oh, I should put you on the spot. Okay.
Anyway, so my brother's still with us in the studio, so we thought of a little, and to bring some science in, we thought of a little kind of chat about interesting sibling facts, which apparently are backed up by science. So here we go. I'm just gonna go through the list, and then you guys can react to it.
Yeah, be interesting to get a perspective from someone who's a sister, someone who's a brother.
So number 1, you spend more time with your siblings than anyone else. Is that true, do you think?
I don't think so. Just because I have such a big age gap with my brother. So I don't think so. I think...
Yeah, in our case, definitely true.
Depends on the, what age you're talking. When you're really young.
Yeah. I mean, do you think you guys have spent more time with each other than, with your mom?
Yeah, sure, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, so I definitely can't say that. I think I've definitely spent more time with my mom.
Yeah. All right. Number 2, you're more likely to follow stricter gender roles if you have a sibling of the opposite sex. So that only applies to Camilla.
I think that's definitely true because there are very cute photos of me when I was 3 or 4. I think I went through a phase where I only wanted to have pink things.
Yeah.
And I grew up playing very much with stereotypical dolls and Barbies and pink things. And I had a little kitchenette.
Oh, sweet.
But I also had access to these boy toys, but I think I wanted to be my own self, I guess.
Oh yeah, it's because you want to be somewhat separate from
my brother, So I think so. Yeah, I think that probably stands true. At least for me.
Yeah. I mean, we can't say what it would be like with another sister or something.
Were you guys good at sharing toys?
Sharing toys? It's a good question. There's a lot of competition, especially... Yeah. I don't think there's been a particular toy that one claimed and the other one wanted to have it as well. It's more like that we still that we've bought the same clothes and had the same, preferences for lots of stuff. What would you say?
Yeah, I'd say we share a lot of them, and there wasn't anything that one possessed on his own.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to number 3. This one also applies to Camilla only. So opposite sex siblings make you better at dating.
Don't know how much I want to disclose. I think I was reading a little paragraph before, and it said that if you have an opposite sex sibling, you're better at communicating with the opposite sex. And I definitely think this is true just because I've always had a lot of guy friends. So I am really good at... I live with 3 guys now.
Okay.
I mean... So yeah, I guess so. I've always been comfortable. My brother always had friends around and stuff.
Oh yes, and especially if you... In your scenario, you have an older brother.
Yeah.
So he's the first one to bring lots of friends around when he hits his teenage. And you get probably meet... for the raging teenage boys and
I know. Luckily for my brother, I think there were just enough years between us that I never really dated any of his friends.
Oh right. Yeah. All right. For time reason, I think we're gonna have 1 or 2 more.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a contentious one. Older siblings are smarter than younger siblings.
Oh, I have to disagree. I mean, who's at Imperial doing a master's? Not Daniel.
Of course you would say that. I mean, if your brother was in the room, he probably would.
This is a hard one because we are so different. I'm very much scientifically minded, and he's not. I don't know. We just have different interests. He's really good at maths. He's probably better at maths than I am. I don't know. Think different. We're both pretty clever, but in different ways.
In different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what would you say?
Yeah, I would definitely agree because you're smarter, but from another point of view, because you either like the older sibling or the younger sibling, and you have a different point of view, and you get to experience the world in a different way, and you get to focus on different things, and that makes you smarter in a different area.
I mean, since my brother and I are so close, I would definitely say that. So from my experience, I've always been the person that had to do things first.
And then he just copied you.
And then he had a sort of...
Stole your work.
He had some sort of template.
How do you do it for him?
Not always. Sometimes, no, it's
when
great.
the truth emerges.
No, I love giving advice to my younger brother. So it's It's also my fault, I would say, like just giving too much advice, maybe. Just trying to be too parenting on this. All right, I think we'll leave it at that because we're at 3 minutes to 7 already. So finally, we're just gonna, wrap it up, I guess. Do we have another song queued? No, we don't.
We do have another song.
Oh, we do. Nice. So.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll play that as the outro.
Okay.
I guess. Let's change it up a bit. Let's play it as the outro.
All right. So then we can go through another question then, or.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do one more question.
All right. Let's do one more question then. So another interesting sibling fact. Let me go through the list. All right. So in contrast to the one that older siblings tend to be smarter, apparently. Younger siblings tend to be funnier, is what they say as well.
My brother and I have extremely different sense of humors. Oh my god, how do you say the plural of that? Senses of humor. And I think it's because I've been in the UK for a while, and I've definitely picked up a sarcastic / brutal sense of humor. Will and Alex are nodding.
You're very, very sarcastic, yeah.
Yeah. Will loves it. Whereas my brother's more
Aaron
like
doesn't.
goofy, funny. Yeah.
All right, great. And then final one. Also, parents apparently do have a favorite sibling. Do you think you're the favorite sibling?
I think that question is probably better if you're the same sex.
Yeah.
So, my parents obviously have very different relationships with my brother and I because I'm like the only girl and he's like the only boy.
Yeah.
So my mom and I have a special bond that my mom doesn't really have with my brother in the same way. But then I have always thought my dad had a special bond with my brother because they both like football and like Formula 1 and whatnot. But then also my dad and I have a special bond as me being his daughter and my mom. So I think that question doesn't really apply as much.
Might apply to us
me.
then. Nikki, do you think you're the favorite sibling?
I think it changed over time, to be honest. I mean, now it's kind of sorted itself out that it's on an equal level, but over time it wasn't always equal, I'd say.
So do you think you were the favorite before?
I mean, it depends on the parent, to be honest. Like when, for example, mothers normally have like more of an emotional touch, and fathers like want their children to go in a very straightforward way and have a plan for life, and that doesn't always kind of apply for two siblings. So it changed over time, but I think like for now it has sorted itself out.
That's a good way to finish.
Very diplomatic answer.
Exactly. And with that being said, I think it's about time that we wrap up this show as well. Unfortunately, it's coming to an end once again.
I know. We will be away for April, which need a break. I will actually be heading off to visit my brother, which is exciting, and we'll be back for term 3. So in May or end of April, something like that.
We might do a show end of April.
Yeah.
I'm going to start one of them.
I guess till then, bye-bye. But final song. This is an absolute banger. This is one of my favorite band of all time, and this is a massive influence for my brother. Here is When You Were Young by the one, the only, The Killers.
Have a good week.
Watching now, here he comes. They say the devil's water, it ain't so sweet. You don't have to drink right now, but you can dip your feet every once and a